Yo, welcome to Change Mindset. I'm your host, AJ Smith.
Let's get it. And I'm your host, Leon Keenan.
The podcast is for everyday hustlers who said enough is enough. We talking to comedians, content creators, bosses, risk takers who flipping the script and betting on themselves. And if you ready to level up and get in your bag, this is your sign. Tap in. Let's get it, y'all. Change Mindset.
All right, man. We're back. I'm Leon, the comedian, Leon Keenan. To my left, I have no other than AJ Smith,
Yeah.
the comedian. And to my direct right, we have a guy, funny guy, no pun intended. Funny kind of guy. But yeah, man, we have Joshua Caskey, right? From South Carolina. You know, we have Joshua Caskey, man. Tell us about yourself, man. Tell the fans who you are. And if you didn't know, now you know. You are a part of the Change Mind podcast, a pivot to your mind, man. So let's keep this thing going for Joshua, man. So Joshua, man, tell us where you from, man, what you got going on. Like, tell us, we just really want to know a little bit about you, man. The man, the myth, the legend in the making.
Yeah, let's talk about Josh.
I was a stand-up comedian, been doing it about 2 years.
Okay.
Right now, in all the stages.
So how did you get into comedy, though? Was it just something that you just woke up and said, hey, I'm going to do comedy 2 years ago?
Nah, it's always been a thing. I've been a real, introvert person. So, when I was making friends, that's how I made friends, just being funny.
Okay, then, okay.
I found out you could do open mics. I didn't know you could. I didn't know how to be a stand-up comedian. I knew how to be funny, but when I saw, stand-up comedians on the TV and shit, I just assumed, oh, they're famous. That's how they did it or whatever. I didn't know, you can go in the open mics and grind it out. And when I found out about that, 2 years ago, I just instantly started doing it.
Got you. So I do want to take it back just a little bit, right? From South Carolina, right? South Carolina, right?
Yeah,
Fort Mill, South Carolina, right? So that's what's up, man. I don't necessarily. How far is Fort Mill from Rock Hill? Is that?
It's just across the bridge, they're right next to each other.
Got you. So because I know most people know of Rock Hill because Rock Hill does a lot of football and stuff like that.
Yeah, I went to the same high school as Clowney.
Okay, got you.
I moved to Rock Hill when I was in 5th grade.
Okay, got you. So did you move to? So you was part of Rock Hill and Fort Mill, or?
I grew up in Fort Mill and then I moved to.
Okay, got you. So since y'all so close, is there are they
rivals?
Is the is they rivals or is the culture kind of the same? It's two totally different places.
Football?
Not even high school football, just the community in general. You don't really.
So wait a minute, who was your school rival, though?
Ryan Nation, or not Nation, Northwestern. I don't fucking know. I didn't fuck with football.
What?
Got you.
No, Rock Hill football compared to Fort Mill football, it's they look down on them, I assume.
Got you. So since you my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. So since you're a comedian, right? What has the creative bug always been in you? Have you always been doing something creatively? Did you know you was did you know you was somewhat creative at an early age?
Yeah, I was always doing creative shit, drawing. I was never good at drawing, but that was really early on. Then I would write songs when I was really, really young. And I started rapping when I was 12 and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I've always been creative. When I was I remember I was 12 years old, writing. I wrote 2 jokes, actual jokes.
Yeah.
Not kind of stand up, but.
So what you doing this to get the girls? You know what I'm saying? When you writing the songs?
Nah.
What?
I just like doing it.
So did you have a rap name?
Yeah, church.
Church.
Preach.
What?
Preach.
What? I can actually see that though.
Yeah.
So was you a clean rapper or you a filthy rapper named Church?
Right, that's funny.
It was like a curse and everything.
Oh, you was
I wasn't like a.
what?
It didn't even click in my mind like church. I was just like, what?
You just like, yo, I'm going with it. I'm going with it. So, when did you put down the microphone and say, you know what, this ain't it?
It wasn't never a microphone. I had like a Turtle Beach headset and I recorded like an acapella mixtape on Odyssey and shit.
What?
Yeah.
So you was probably like downloading all your beats off of like LimeWire and shit?
Wow, bro. I got one beat off YouTube. I did all my. I got it on SoundCloud. I got a little logo and shit. It's like a triangle.
Oh, you was invested.
Yeah, but fucking I wasn't invested. I have one song with a beat, and I had a pair of like Xbox mic set headphones, and I played it on my laptop through my laptop speakers and recorded it into Audio Odyssey, and then just rapped over it. Honestly, I think I just like played the music and rapped over it and recorded it at the same time.
Recorded.
On a pair of like Total Beach headphones. I was probably rapping from like 12 to 16, like really hard. Like I had like 20 songs like just in my head I could like spit out anytime.
Okay, then.
I forgot all that shit now.
So did you ever like perform at like a talent show with your rap? Oh, so you just kept it to yourself?
Yeah, I kept it to myself. I think I remember like I was write it out and I texted it to my friend. And it was like a bitch to write out because I didn't know how to spell or anything. And like I took a lot of time writing this shit out, spelling it right and everything.
Yeah.
And I sent it to him. He was just like, oh, word. And I was like, okay, all right.
Was that word like, yo, you good? Or you like word like, yeah, this is done?
Probably the latter. I didn't go into investigation, you know.
So how was it, you know, Josh growing up? And was you I know you said you was an introvert. Did comedy help you get out of your shell? How was that going up?
I don't know if it helped me get out of my shell. It on the outside looking in, maybe. It's
Okay.
like I would say funny stuff.
Hindsight 2020.
Get a reaction, and they would laugh. But it wouldn't make me more like social or anything. I would just say the things that I thought were funny. Like I kind of knew they would get a good reaction, but like that's why I would do it. But I was still like very introvert until I was like probably at least 20.
Okay, so was you like a honor roll student?
No,
What?
I was pretty smart. Like if
You just didn't apply yourself really, right? Yeah.
if I was interested in something,
Yeah.
I'll go all out. Like I remember in 4th grade, like I was a beast at long division, and like they put me in like we'd have like a special math class, like from the other kids.
Right.
Okay then.
We were so advanced, or like super slow, and I'm remembering it.
That's it was low.
But if I wasn't interested in it, I didn't give a fuck. And like when you got to high school, especially like in kind of worse schools, like it's not very interesting. And then I got interested in just like being in trouble pretty much. So I got kicked out. Yeah, I got kicked out of high school pretty early. Like altogether, I probably did about 2 years of high school altogether.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
like, I really got like 8th grade education.
Hey.
So you was bad as fuck then, huh? So I got a question though, actually. So you was bad or you really wasn't? You just didn't really give a fuck about school?
I was bad in like a class clown kind of way.
Got you.
I wasn't,
Okay.
like picking fights or anything.
Gotcha. Because I was going to say, like, were you bad, like, used to have silver teeth? Like, well, you know, black kids, you know.
You ain't never put the lemon foil around your teeth that makes it like grills.
At school, we got the juice with the aluminum foil
Yeah.
on top. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, especially
But
with
no,
Paul
it
Wall.
was like teachers, like there was classes where like I didn't really have any friends, so I was just
Gotcha.
like, quiet and cool. And like I remember I made a fake Twitter account on my assistant principal. He had like a big old
What?
nose. I called it Nose Dome.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I would make it like it would seem like it's his, and he's doing school announcements, and I'm like, hey, bro, can y'all stop shitting so bad in the A-Hall bathroom?
Oh, what?
Janitor asking y'all to chill and shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
But,
Yo, that's creative, yo.
yeah, I got in trouble for that, and there was like I was in like the alternative class, like the not quite slow class, but pretty slow class. Yeah. there was like a
Where they take the bad kids at?
yeah, there was like a 22-year-old in there.
Damn.
A 22-year-old.
Yeah.
How you gonna
That's
be
funny.
22 in high school? I thought
I
that.
think the cutoff is like 23 or 22 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you
Like,
got
he
a couple years.
He was this was his last year. He was done.
I bet this is last year.
That's crazy. So how did they find out about the Twitter account?
How you get caught?
You had some haters. Haters come early, man.
Yeah, no, but yeah, let me answer that. But like I said, I wasn't a bad kid. Like the alternative class teacher,
Right.
like, I didn't get in trouble in that class. He heard I did that fake Twitter shit, and he was just like, I don't believe it. Like, he told me, it's like, you don't seem like the kind of guy. And I remember exactly what I was wearing, because I dressed like an old man. I remember exactly what I was wearing. It was like a button-up Hawaiian shirt with like collar shorts. And he just looks at me. He's like, you don't look like the kind of guy. And I just looked down at that. But no, what was the last question? How'd they find out?
Yeah, how did they find out?
When I first started, like, I was CIA agent with that shit. As soon as I was done posting that shit, I would delete all the photos on my phone. I would delete the Twitter app, but then I just got sloppy.
Sloppy.
So I wouldn't have got caught up if I didn't have the shit on my phone.
Damn.
They found out. They came and, like, brought me out of class because they knew about this shit. They were pissed off about it. They're not like this.
I bet some of the teachers had to think the shit was funny though.
Yeah, when I got caught, there was one. It was like this black assistant principal, and he was
I'm about to
cool
say,
as fuck.
gotta be
He
the
was
black
like,
dude. Yeah, had to be black.
Yeah, he was going through them. He's like, that one's kind of funny. And then he like went over. It's like some of these are pretty fucked up. Because I was like making memes about like all the assistant principals, like, bullshit memes. I remember there was I did the black assistant principal. I just did his headshot or whatever that's on the school website, and I did like some kind of rhino, like fucking another rhino or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, this could be us, but you playing. Like, it wasn't even that funny and shit, but
How old was you though?
this time.
This time? You did it before?
No. I did it in like 10th grade when I was there. Yeah.
Wow.
So how did you come up with the idea? You like, you know what? How can I fuck with him?
Honestly, like some dude had did it before.
Right.
And he was like, man, the heat's too hot. I gotta stop doing it and shit. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And I just went ham on that shit. Like, I was the resource officer. I was like on his Twitter page, like roasting him in his photos on his Twitter account.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it took it too far. One day there was like the main hallway in lunch.
So you was a cyber. You was a comment. He was a cyber bully. That's what they call it.
Technically,
yeah.
Yeah, he was a cyber bully.
It was for funniness. So I didn't do that until after I got like caught.
Yeah.
Like, he had caught me and shit, and then I started roasting him after that. Like, after I was already in trouble and shit.
Yeah. Say, I mean, what you gonna do? I'm already in trouble.
What did your parents say? Like, how was that conversation where, your parents picked you
I
up?
don't think it was a conversation.
They're like,
I think they might have had signed some shit, or they got a phone call from the school. I was just like, I don't know. I probably denied the shit or something. And
Right.
my mom was like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
hey, he got away with murder
So
with
they
that.
came in, they was like, everybody give me your phones. And then they was like, or they did like a phone check on everybody.
They knew it was me. I was in the main hallway one day, and one of the assistant principals, he was like, well, maybe it's karma because he looks kind of like how I look right now. But he let his like hair grow out and he was bald in the middle.
Yeah.
And he looked like Stewie Griffin, right? So
Dang.
we called him, I forget what I called him, like Stu G or something like that.
Right.
Because honest to God, I was trying to spell Stewie, but I didn't know how to fucking spell it. Like, I misspelled a bunch of shit.
Right.
Like, fucking, I would, like, in the school announcements, it was a white assistant principal, and I would make him, like, say the N-word and shit. Like, just, like,
Oh,
not like
shit.
the hard R, but
Yeah.
just, like,
Yeah.
and but I didn't know how to spell it. So I spelled it out NAGA.
Yeah.
And, like, by the time the shit got popular, like, no one knew it was me. And I was just in the hallway, and there was white bitches, like, using NAGA.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
they were like, what's up, my NAGA?
What?
And I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Busy.
I called him Stewie Tomes.
Stewie Tomes.
His name was Stewie, or his name was Mr. Thomas.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to spell Thomas, which is my middle name. So I just kids were pronouncing like
Right.
I would hear them in the public, like,
Yeah.
oh, they got Stewie Tomes, and I'm like, who the fuck's Stewie Tomes?
He was like, it's Thomas I supposed to put up there, yo.
So
It's
you took a
Thomas.
picture of him. They basically, he was like, that's
Yeah,
you.
they looked it up on the security camera, and they came and got me and shit. Came and got me, and the resource officer was like, hey, come on, out of class, and I'm walking with him, and I was like, we walk right past the bathroom, And I go, hey, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. And I went in, and he's like, nah, fuck all that shit. You already know what this is about.
Yeah, you been getting my ass.
And so I was like, I had my phone pulled out when I went into the bathroom, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, nah. He's like, go ahead, give me that phone since you got it out.
Damn.
And I fucking looked down, and I held the Twitter app, and I deleted it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't delete any of the photos. I had a shit ton of photos. I had all the memes.
You probably, I bet you got some in the bank too, where you was ready to post some shits too.
Now, you ever heard of it?
Posted it quick.
You ever heard of it? It kind of remind me. You ever heard of a TV show called Gospel Girl?
I heard of it.
I mean, it's a girly show. You know what I'm saying? I was sick one time. I watched it. You know what I'm
When I
saying?
got sick one time, I watched Golden Girls high as fuck on NyQuil, and like it was the best experience of my life.
Hey,
You had a slight trip.
hey, I ain't like you watch some crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
this shit's strong, bro. It says take a fucking cap full. Nah, you gotta.
What's crazy? I do that when I'm sick. I take like half the bottle, and I'm good the next day though.
Yeah.
So not me.
I'll be good the next day.
Nah, when I get sick, I'm backwards. I eat junk food, a lot of damn junk food. I watching Gossip Girl, and what he describing it sounds just like Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Like they had somebody, had a blog and stuff, and everybody in the school know about it. Josh was pretty much, he was
Yeah.
the damn gossip boy, you know what I'm saying?
The whole time.
You know what I'm saying? Eating up the principal, making their life a living hell.
Yeah, but they were like, I don't know. I fucked up because I gave them my phone and let them go through my photos. I don't think I had to do that, but they were like interrogating me and shit.
Oh yeah,
They were
technically
like,
that's your personal property too. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and it goes through like elementary school all the way up to high school. Like the assistant principals, just when they get in that interrogation zone, they do it like they're a bad cop and shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
For
we
real.
could do this, we could do that. Like I remember I was in elementary school, and I must have been in 4th grade, and someone in the bus had like just cut the
seats.
hell out of the seats, and they were blaming it on me. And I didn't do it. And the guy was just like, we know you did it. We have cameras on the bus. And I was like, I just didn't do it. So I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And like, I got away with it because they didn't have cameras on the fucking bus.
Right.
He was bluffing like a motherfucker.
Bluffing.
But like, honest to God, now that I think about it just now, I think I might have done it and just forgot about that shit. But in the moment, I was dead.
I understand his pain because I actually stole the school bus at my school because they didn't have cameras. And I was in middle school and they got on the school video and said, hey, we know who you are. And I'm like, this man, they don't know who the fuck I am because I couldn't really drive it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I only made it to the ditch.
Right.
I only made it to the ditch. You know what I'm saying? And I had vandalized the school bus and stuff. Like you said, I got away with it because they ain't had no cameras. They had no cameras, but they
That's
tried.
serious.
But they got in, whenever the Twitter shit, they got into interrogation mode, and I gave them my photo, let them go through my photos. And it was the nose dome guy that was going through it. And he didn't have a sense of humor about this shit at fucking all. And I'm just remembering this right now.
Why would he? You named the Twitter after his name, Josh.
He was real offended by that nose dome shit because it had caught on and people started calling him that and shit.
Ah, damn.
And he was the new assistant principal, and I feel this is the first time I felt bad about it. But like he was probably like struggling a little bit with this shit. He was getting clowned by like pretty much grown people. These are high school students.
Oh,
He's
man.
a hurtful motherfucker. Right?
Yeah.
And you can't. I know couldn't tell
That shit
nobody.
was
to do
probably
nothing.
funny, yeah.
He was like, "I ain't nose dome." And he's like,
Yeah.
there was one time my friend,
I bet the teachers probably said some of the teachers that didn't like him. I'm pretty sure they called him that too.
not to his face. I don't
Yeah,
know.
hell no, not.
But
this.
the next school, they knew about it. And the next school, school system is so small, so you got to think about it. He got that name branded on him. Josh talking about he had no sense of humor.
That's
What kind
crazy.
of humor was he supposed to have, Josh? They did Twitter name
Yeah.
based on his name.
He did have a big. I ain't photoshopped it, bro. That's actually that ain't AI, bro. AI.
What's funny though is whenever you make it, he was like, "Well, I always knew that guy was gonna be funny."
Yeah, because
Like, no, you
I was
didn't.
going to
You
ask
got me
him.
I
suspended.
feel like he'd be hated like a motherfucker.
Right, the whole time.
But that's what I was asking, like, was it kind of like your start of comedy, you know? Because you was making the other kids laugh based off the Twitter and stuff. So did that help your way of writing, though?
No, it was all just natural.
Gotcha.
So it was more of like a discovery of shit and like, you know.
So after they took your Twitter page back, you didn't say, like, yo, I might need to look into this, you know what I'm saying? Do comedy.
Yeah, I tried to make a Donald Trump spoof account,
Yeah.
and that didn't go anywhere.
I bet.
I didn't really do anything with it. I did like 2 memes or whatever. Yeah, I remember. There was one time like a kid, one of my friends, he was bad as shit, and like I don't know why, but the nose dumb guy was like trying to relate to him or something, and he was like, "Man, I'm going through a lot of shit right now. I don't know why you're this to the kid." Or like he's talking to the kid like, "I don't know why you're acting like this. Like I got a rash on my balls right now and shit."
What the heck?
And he had told him that, and he had told me about it. So I got on Twitter and like said something about it. Like I was like, "Y'all don't fuck with me today. I got a rash on my balls."
Oh shit.
Oh,
And he was pissed off about that shit. Yeah, and then he got.
Was it a white kid?
Yeah, the white kid got in trouble. He didn't get in trouble, but he got spoken to like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And the white kid got mad at me.
I bet. Josh, now if that school would have got shot up, you know you would have had all.
No, the kid didn't have a rash on the balls. The assistant principal did. He just told the
shit.
kid that.
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, that's what I was laughing at. Like,
Trying to
yo,
relate to him.
That's crazy. Why would assistant principal tell
I
somebody?
ain't gonna lie, Josh. I would have spilled you off of that. Like, yo, this is balls business right here. Like,
Oh no, actually, I don't think I did post it on Twitter. I think this was after the Twitter. Like I had said it to his face in the hallway. I was like, "How's that rash doing?" or something like that, and he was like, he was like. Straight face, and he was like, "Fucking come on." When we went into like a closet or something, he was like, "What the fuck's your problem?" I can't remember if this was before the Twitter shit or after the Twitter shit.
That's hilarious. That's funny as hell.
so Josh, did you just not like him, or you just didn't care?
He was a hard ass because all the other assistants, there was like the principal, and he would only even talk to the bad kids, and he would like he'd like yell at your ass.
Alright.
Prison warden, and then there was another one, Kennedy. He was a black guy, and he was dealing mostly with like kind of us.
Yeah.
And he was just like more easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Like he just
More
easier.
chilled. Yeah.
Yeah, he was chill. He was like, he wouldn't let you fuck with him or nothing, but he was just
He
like
gave you
kinda
some
funny.
room.
He was funny and shit, and he would let you like fuck around a little bit. You know?
Yeah. So after that happened, did you get like started looking more at comedy? Like I don't know if like your parents put like comedy shows on or specials on or whatever the case may be, but did you start? Yeah, but did you start looking at those more, or was that actually like some of the starting points of where like, you know what? It kind of unknowingly, it kind of transitioned to you starting the whole Twitter thing and you getting into comedy. Like, what was some of those shows that you was watching when you was younger that kind of helped propel you to like do comedy ultimately now?
I guess it was all just like kind of just building up who I am. Like I didn't really view it as like even comedy. Just like I like this stuff. It makes me laugh, stuff like that. Like Futurama, I remember. Like, I think on the weekends, every once in a while, I'd get to stay up like an hour later or something. I'd get to watch TV. And Futurama always came on like Adult Swim.
Yeah, that was my show too.
Yeah, and I really like Futurama and just that early stand-up like Jeff Dunham, Gabriel Iglesias, because it's kind of like what was on Comedy Central. Every once in a while, like just randomly on the TV, my parents or my aunt and my grandpa would be watching like a comedy special, and it was just like a treat. It was like magical. Like I didn't understand like why it was on there, but I really liked that. Yeah, it's everything. Like the Twitter account, I didn't even really view it as comedy, really. Like it was just something, and it was funny, and I liked doing it. And I would even like write out jokes. Like I wrote out jokes when I was like 12 years old about like, I remember saying like going into a strip club and like you're ready to tip the bitch and you like pull out some nickels. And I'm sure there was a punchline about like fucking putting it in a crack or something. I remember.
Put the nickel in the crack. Hold on, you can't just walk past that. Why would you put the nickels in the crack? It's gonna get lost.
In the cracker ass? Where you gonna put it? You can't tuck it in the G-string.
That's how you activate it. That's how you activate
She get a
it.
cold shit.
That's how you activate
That's how you
it.
make the bitch twerk. That cold nickel on her ass cheeks. Try it next time.
What's that?
She gotta have a thick ass. You can't get no white.
Josh,
Yeah, that's how you ain't gonna be able to find it no more. Hey, that shit is gone.
It's hers. The transaction's done. If you can't keep track of your money, that's on you.
Josh, how you been to? What strip clubs have you been to?
I've been to one strip club other than Crazy Horse.
Okay. Well, how was your experience? You started talking about the strip clubs, and it got me. I would love to see you in the strip club. That'd be hilarious. Like,
Oh, yeah, you coming in
It was
pants.
awkward. I was all respectful and shit. I wasn't even like, couldn't even drink yet. And like, a bitch came by and she was just like, hey, you get a free shot if you buy a lap dance or something?
Right.
She's gonna have free shots. And I was like, oh, I'm not drinking age, man. I remember I got this from the bartender for some reason. Like, I thought the bartender was hot. And fucking
most of the times they are though.
Yes.
The bartenders and the waitresses,
And
those actually are.
The door girl was like hot as fuck, and I like asked the bartender, "It's like, can I get a lap dance from her?" And she was just like, I was just like, "Oh, what about you?"
You would do.
And I got like three lap dances, and I just remember like, damn, these songs are short as fuck. These ain't regular songs. These are not 2 minutes 30 seconds.
They say
like
the
this song.
stanza.
Man, they like got 30 seconds. All right, let that pass.
They say the stanza, and that's it. That's hilarious.
She like, I remember getting the lap dance, and she like put my hands on her hips and shit, and I was just like, oh, I don't think I'm allowed to touch.
So you was getting lap dancing. So what's your go-to female in the strip club? Like,
That was the one time I went to a strip club. I would.
you don't frequent strip clubs?
I don't like them neither.
Nah.
I don't like.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
I don't like them because I don't get the same arousal as a man does. That's why I don't like them. I like the ladies that's on the pole. What they call them?
If you bring your plastic, I don't think you gotta just
The
stick it
bitch
up.
is rocking it out.
Yeah.
Like she's doing some acrobatic shit.
Exactly. I like that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, a long time ago, my homeboy made a joke. He said, AJ, if you go to a strip club and I go to a strip club, one of us can tell we happy. She's gonna come out with a white, what he say, water puddle. I can't even look at a goddamn lats at
I
it.
can't be getting hard in a strip club. That's fuck all that.
That's their point, though. They want to take you in the back.
Yeah, I'm not like.
They want to take you in the back.
Take me back, hurt my feelings.
If a strip club had a buffet,
Oh yeah, they have
I
buffets.
might consider going for the buffet.
Oh yeah, what's the name? Used to have one. I can't think of it.
Now, strip clubs usually have good food. I want to eat a buffet at that strip club, though.
I just like buffets. I got
The one in Uptown used to have one, a buffet.
Oh, that's right. They did, huh?
And yeah, they had a good one too.
Cousin
Yeah, Cousin Lazy, yeah.
I don't think I'd do it, though. You got all that loose pussy, all that loose pussy walking around.
Same
You
loose
always
pussy
put-
that's cooking up in the kitchen with clothes on.
As a business owner of a strip club, you always put like crab legs and like fish on the buffet. Like if it's like, it smells like fish in here, it's like, yeah, we got fish on the buffet.
Yeah. I mean, that's
That's
an
why.
easy go-to.
That's why.
Yeah, that's an easy go.
Look at Johnny. Hey, I'll go into the buffet. You know what I'm saying? I go for it. You know
There's
what I'm
plenty
saying?
of fish in the sea, huh?
Oh, hey, yo, for
That's
real.
funny.
Hey, you know the craziest thing I ever saw was a twerk barber. Yeah, would y'all guys go to that? To a
probably
barber
would, but-
to twerk on you?
I
Like,
would,
you
but
heard-
I'm scared my edge up gonna be fucked up.
I think it is, bro. I think it's an experience.
I can't. Well, Josh, you ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't got no hair. But I don't want my edge up to be fucked up if I go to a barber shop and then they twerking.
She gonna get you right and twerk on your lap while
But
she line you up.
me and my barber gonna both be looking at the ass. He can't be.
No, it's a woman barber, and she's twerking. It's nothing but woman barbers,
Oh well, shit.
You know what would be better?
and they got like juicy juices.
Well, shit.
Getting a girl like that, but like don't make it like too sexual. Just like she just throw her titties in her face, like lean over and shit, like making it.
Hey,
Right.
I will show y'all the video
tease.
after. I was like, yo, that's a creative way, but
It would.
Don't even tell them it's a sexual experience. They just keep coming back because she keeps teasing them.
yeah,
Right.
Until
That's
your girl
hilarious, yeah.
realize you take an hour or two at the barber.
Right.
That's how long it used to take for me when I got my haircut. Like the beard trim was like a fucking hour.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
But get back into the comment thing. So, how do you write? You know what I'm saying? You talk about the comedians that you're looking up to, but how is your style different than their style? You know, I know a lot of comedians say they don't watch other comedians because they want to try to mirror, but I feel like everybody has similar style to their favorite in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like your favorite rapper. That's not your favorite rapper just to be your favorite rapper. You relate to them some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, how is your style in writing comedy?
It's just like my style in comedy. Like,
Yeah, comedy, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how it is. I don't know how it's gonna be, how it's gonna develop. I don't know.
Are you still finding your lane or your voice in your comedy journey right now?
Yeah, I think everybody's not where they want to be. Like I remember meeting Cool Bubba Ice, and I went right up after him just for some odd reason because he was supposed to go last, but it was an open mic and he wanted to go up earlier.
Right.
And I just happened to go up behind him and I like did pretty well. And asked him for some advice and he was just like, yeah, like don't even worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. And like, but the one thing he told me, which I just found odd, was like, he said like your style's gonna be like way, way different. And like years from now, you won't even recognize it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of know where I kind of want to go and what I see in other comedians that I kind of want to emulate. like Bill Hicks a lot.
Okay.
I really like Cat Williams, and I probably take start out, because they say when you start out, you're just emulating your favorite comedian. And
That's
I think
true.
I'm a little less doing that, but I still do it. And I'll say like Cat Williams is probably the one like I kind of take from the style the most, but it's really hard to tell. Like you wouldn't really, I don't think you would realize it.
Yeah, Cat Williams is definitely a GOAT. Definitely a GOAT and big shoes. You know, I remember when I first got introduced to Cat Williams on Friday, thought he was the most funny little dude on there.
Yeah.
On there. And I respect that. But as a comedian, you say you've been in it for 2 years, though. So you still got experience from when you first started, though. So how was Josh when he first started comedy, you know, into now?
I caught on pretty quick, like to the level of cause obviously it's gonna take like 5, 8, 10 years to like master this shit. But like to get like laughs and get like okay laughs and good laughs and stuff like that, I think I caught on pretty quick, just because my writing was a little bit, the writing was pretty on point. Again, like I kind of had already figured out how to be confident. So
So how has the Charlotte scene been for you? Like, you know, the comedy scene. Because I know everybody is individual, you know, but I also know that, you know, it could be cliquey and, you know, in any city, you know what I'm saying? You go to anywhere, somebody already got their favorites, you know what I'm saying? So how do you try to navigate and, you know, with that, the comedy of Charlotte? Like, try to get yourself on flyers and, you know, get in good names with the producer. Like, how do you try to navigate, you know, in Charlotte? Because Charlotte got a lot of comedians, but not a lot of stages.
yeah, not a lot of paying stages either.
Yeah.
But I'll say from pretty early on starting comedy, I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I could do it. And I knew if I did what I needed to do, I'd be successful at it. All the advice I've gotten, like the first 2 years especially, you're just getting funny. That's your only job. Your only job is getting funny. And to do that, you kind of have to, you're going to have to do some 10-minute spots. So you're going to have to get booked. You're going to have to do like 20, 30-minute spots. You're really just trying to get as funny as possible and start getting more time, like longer time on stage. And you have to get booked to do that. But when you get booked to do longer time, it's just being funny is like really your only job. And other than that, doing comedy, there's open mics every single day of the week, almost. Mm-hmm. You know, if you catch it on the right week, it's every day of the week. But at least, there's at least 5.
Yeah.
I've done, I think 11 a week is the max I've done, maybe 12.
Good, man.
You gotta go down to Columbia sometimes or something like that to do it. But it's a good training ground because you have the mics to get the stage time, to be funny. And even if you don't get the longer minutes, you know, if you get a solid 5 minutes, you can go out of town and
Do something with it.
You can get booked.
So my question is, right? So just like with sports or just like with anything, right? There are always going to be those people that try to give advice. Some advice are good, but not all advice is good advice.
Yeah,
right?
say that.
So have you had that experience yet of taking some advice and you tried advice and yeah, I probably shouldn't have listened to that?
I mean, not really. You kind of just like a comical thing. There was this one producer, and I did this joke. I had this pimp joke, and it was the first time I did it was in his room, and it just happened. I did this joke a lot early on in front of him. And he had told me, yeah, he's when you say pimp, in my head, I don't understand it. You should say old school pimp. And I didn't really like that, but I wanted to get booked by this guy. And he was the type of guy maybe if you didn't take his advice, he would subconsciously not want to book you or something. So I kind of just passively took the advice. And I didn't really, the joke wasn't, I don't know, but then I stopped doing it. I just said, just started doing it again. I just started saying pimp again, and it started working better.
Right.
And I'm at this open mic, and another comedian's like, hey, I heard from this guy, and it was the guy who gave me the advice. He told me to tell you should stop saying old school pimp and just cut it to pimp. And I'm like, yo, bro, he was the one who told me to do that in the first place.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But just like, that's some comical shit.
It goes to show you
shit.
that people just like to hear themselves talk sometimes.
Sometimes, but I mean, I think it's always like kind of, well, sometimes it's just people will give you advice kind of. This wasn't the case in this particular instance. I just said that because it's kind of comical. But like some people will give you advice kind of egotistically, but still listen to it, say thank you, whatever, and go on. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten like too bad advice.
What's the best advice that you've gotten?
Ethan Peace gives me a lot of great advice, and I'm gonna get into that. But one thing that stands out when I was talking to Ethan, we were in a room with another comic, Zeke, and we were going down to Florida, but this was like the night before, and he was talking to us all, and he was like just going on like a rant and like pep talking, and he's like the best at that, just hyping you up and shit. And he was like, but it's funny because he gets this look on him sometimes, and it's like dead serious, but it's kind of blank, and you don't know how to take it. And he just stops what he's like hyping us up and all this and all that and giving us advice, and he just stops and he looks at us just like dead blank, and he's like, but just always remember one thing: I'm the funniest person in the room. And he says that like 3 times, and as he says it, I'm like, well, that's strange. That doesn't seem like something Ethan would say, because he says all the time, like, fucking, I mean, y'all are going to be funnier than I am. Like, y'all can be funny as I am, funnier. He wants you to do that. And he said it again, like, I'm the funniest person in the room. No matter what room I'm in, I'm the funniest person in the room. And he, like, looks at us and he's like, say that shit. And I'm like, you're the funniest person in the room. And he's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? say I'm the funniest person in the room. Like, say it to yourself. Yeah. Like, wherever you go,
you gotta
like,
mean that shit.
I'm the funniest person in the room. And it's not an egotistical thing.
Right. You gotta believe in yourself.
That's manifesting.
That's the biggest, and Ethan's the king of that, you know, and it kind of rubs off.
Yeah, you gotta believe in yourself.
It's not egotistical.
So how did you and Ethan meet, though? Did y'all went to same school, or like?
I think Ethan just in his life has always kept a white boy around him. And the universe just lined us up when he was in between white boys. Right. Nah, that's just a joke. But seriously, like, I just started going to the open mic at Hayes. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he's real accepting. We just started hanging out a little bit. And there was one show, the same room Doc Love used to have, the cigar lounge. Mm-hmm. I did the show Cool Bubba Ice. I think before this, Ethan was featuring there. He was headlining there or whatever. And he hit me up randomly, like, hey, Josh, I need someone to do a guest spot. I, like, thought of you or whatever, like, and something like, you're so funny or something like that, like, come on down. And I wasn't going to go out that night. I didn't really have the money, but I ended up getting the money, like, I think I was just going to skip that night and go out the next night with the gas money I had. But as soon as he said that, like, I just went up there, went out. And I think truly, either not enough comics pulled up and Doc Love told him to get out. Any comic, you come get out. And it was like a mass message shit. Or he needed a ride home.
Right.
Oh, that's how I play like that.
Yeah. No, that's just a joking. Yeah. That's just joking around. But yeah, I did my set there and I got off stage and he just like started glazing the fuck out of me. I say that comically. He was just telling me how he felt. But it was funny. It was funny because he was like hyping me up like for like at least like 5 minutes just straight. And it was like he paused and he was like, you think I can get a ride home?
What? He used to get around? No,
he was just fucking around. Like I said it right when he did that. I said it like it's like, oh, that's why you're glazing me up. But it's just all jokes. Yeah. And like again, like I think I just like talking to Ethan, like just shit like that when he was glazing me up for 5 minutes. I stopped saying glazing, but he was like hyping me up for 5 minutes and then like asked for a ride home. I immediately like made a joke about it. So that's kind of like how we became closer. I just started joking around with him and like we started going out to open mics and stuff. And there was a good like month or two where we were like going out almost every day, going to the open mics, and I really learned a lot from them.
So do comedians get along? Does it normally happen like that, or is it just like that just happened?
Right, because it is kind of like a self-sport. It's an individual sport. Every day is competition whenever we go out to these open mics. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, right, whenever I see somebody go up before me, I want to do better than them. Like you were saying earlier, I'm the funniest person in the room, right? How is it dealing with that competition? Because for me, honestly, like I got a group of friends that I hang around with that's comedians. For you, if me and you get on stage, me and you don't never had any problem or issues. Like let's just say you or a comic from out of town come in or something like that. Like is there like beef? Like how do comics deal with beef? Because I have heard stories where you know, I see interviews where comics do interviews and they're like, yeah, comics, they fight all the time. You just don't hear about them. Like, I haven't necessarily heard of comics fighting each other. I have heard of some petty beefs, though. But nothing in particular, not getting into that subject. But how do you deal with, you know, beef?
Yeah, because
I'm like thinking about it just now. Like, I don't, like the whole competition thing, like, I don't really have I don't even think about it. It's not like a feeling that I have like before I go up on stage or anything like that. Like it's really like you're either my peer and I want you to do well, or you're just like wasting my fucking time being up there.
You can want somebody to do
There's
well.
no really like in between. It's like either like you're my peer and I kind of respect you, or like you're wasting my fucking time.
Right. So
I ain't gonna lie. When I first met you, you gave me that look. Like I said, like when I met Josh in December, he had on a chick coat. He came in with his crew. And I ain't gonna lie, I like, yo, he must be the producer, because every time I see Josh, yo, he always on some fly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that jacket.
Always on that fly shit.
I got one trench coat for Christmas. I like wore the fuck out of that thing.
It's about the time to bring it back out. Are you looking forward to it? I know you is.
It's been in the back of my car. I need to get it dry clean.
Ah, man. Well, you got a couple more months. You got a couple more months.
So that's how you, cause that's why I asked, because I do know that in comedy it do get lonely. You know what I'm saying?
It gets lonely?
Yeah, lonely.
Yeah, it gets lonely as fuck.
Yeah.
It's 10 times harder. I will, like, going back to what I said before, like, that's kind of how I view it, but it's not always how I feel it. Like, sometimes you go out at these mics, you feel isolated as fuck.
Yeah, for sure. You do, though.
And it's difficult. But another thing Ethan told me is, like, he's like, go do these fucking rooms where you feel isolated because you're feeling uncomfortable. And you, as a comedian, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So you got to get in those rooms that make it uncomfortable for you. Not even from a audience standpoint, or if you're doing good or bad, it's just like you literally just don't feel comfortable in that room. That's why a lot of times, like, everyone's saying is like, oh, you do, like one of the first times I got like a good compliment from maybe someone who was more in the white rooms and hadn't seen me in the black rooms was like, he saw me in a black room and he's like, oh, you're really good with black audiences or whatever. And I was just like, oh, thanks. But what it was is I was just more comfortable. It's just more comfortable.
Like not to compare you, but like a Gary Owens.
Gary Owen, yeah.
Yeah, like we adopted him, you know what I'm saying? He is part of the community, you know what I'm saying? And how do you work with that, though? How do you work with audience from different rooms, you know? Because, you know, I know that it's certain jokes that my community get, and then certain jokes that, hey, other communities don't get. So how do you try to navigate, you know, the crowd?
Like the first 10 seconds, they're going to decide if they're even going to pay attention to you or not. So really, you just got to have a couple of those jokes that they'll understand, or maybe like your perspective on some of the things that that they would relate to and stuff like that. So like, as long as like I go up on stage, I do like a God is good all the time. And I was like, first time I heard that, I didn't know what to say. So I just shouted out, fuck yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So like, that's a joke I try to do early on, but I kind of stopped doing that so early on because it involves religion, and they kind of like, but then I'll say like, if it doesn't go too well, I'll say like, oh, I see some of y'all wanted to laugh at that, but you didn't want Jesus to see you laughing at that. And that kind of breaks the tension from the tension being built. But it's all about just getting the crowd on your side. So I'll kind of just, as long as you get them on your side, there's like, I know like I have a couple jokes that like will get them on my side most of the time.
Got you.
So have you ever like forgot a joke on stage? Like
It completely, yeah. Like I didn't, like I was up there just blanking out. I didn't have anything to say, and I have like a shit ton of jokes, but I couldn't. None of them came to mind. I've forgotten. I guess you never really know if you forgot a joke.
Yeah.
You forgot it.
No, 'cause the reason I asked-
I remember jokes that I totally forgot, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a great one. Why don't I do that or something like that?
No, the reason why I asked though because what I also hear from comedians is that y'all have a lot of good memory saved to get on stage because it's not like a rapper song, you know what I'm saying? That hey, guess what? The crowd wants to say it with you. So it's just like how. Well, I guess it's pretty much is serious, but how do you keep like, hey, this is the joke I'm going to perform tonight, without going on stage and you go like, ah.
I don't really like.
With a preset.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I like had a set list where I went up, like even doing 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Like I kind of in my head know where I've gone because I've done the set so many times, but it's not, and I think that frees me up to do whatever I want to do up there. You can go into crowd work and come back into crowd work, and you got to learn how to do that because early on you go out of crowd work or you go into crowd work and you forget where you were in your set and you don't know how to come back into it. And you got to figure that out. But doing that so much, you figure out how to do it and you do the jokes so much. But I remember my jokes pretty much the same way I remember when I was like rapping and stuff. Like if I remember the first like line, like if you told me the first line of some of these songs I've forgotten, like forgotten for 5 years, I'd rap the whole fucking thing. Like I kind of just like when I used to,
It goes back, you remember.
yeah, when I used to practice rapping, I would like just be in my kitchen walking back and forth rapping a rap, and it would be like I'd be finished with it. I blanked out. I was like, how the fuck am I at the end of it? Like I blanked out in the middle rapping it because it was just so fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just I kind of know what part comes after each part, and I kind of switch it up, know where I can go. But I kind of just I don't think about it at all. I normally have like a first really good joke that breaks the tension, gets them on my side, and then I kind of go where I want to go from there. But yeah, it's been a long time since I wrote out a set list.
So how do you deal with the sensitivity of crowds now too? So so you never like change the joke, you like y'all gonna hear this regardless.
Nah, I never changed the joke. I did I was going to my first club that I did in Playhouse. I did this joke, and it's like a really well-written joke, but it's pretty fucked up. It's about like genocide in Palestine, and it's like a Jew joke, and I put black people in there. But it's so fucking well-crafted. I did it anyways, and they like fucking, they liked it, they loved it. And as long as you don't try to avoid how they reacted to it, like when you tell a fucked up joke and don't try to avoid how they reacted to it, and don't go the easy hack way out and be like, oh, I guess y'all didn't like that or something like that. Address it, have a conversation with them or something. Like it's like I said with like the God is good joke, all it fuck yeah he is. It's like they don't really like that. I'll say, oh y'all like that, but you didn't want Jesus to see you laughing at it.
Yeah.
Like kind of try to address it and shit. Like with the Palestine shit, I'm like, if it doesn't go well, I was like, oh, when I tell this joke, I always have like a exit route lined up. So if y'all don't like it, I can like run out screaming, you know? It's like those kids in Palestine. And that sounds really fucked up. If I would have told the whole joke and set it up, that wouldn't be so, well, it's still fucked up. But
it's funny. It's funny.
And I did that joke, and I remember waiting around, and the manager pulled me into the office, and he was writing me out my check and shit. And he was just like, yeah, you're pretty, I forget the word he used, but he didn't say dirty, but pretty...
You're pretty fucked up.
Yeah, he said it's pretty fucked up. I said, it's like, yeah, you pretty fucked up, huh? And I was like, yeah. It's like, yeah, they liked it though.
So question I have, right? Have your family been, so for me, right, I went to college and then did the 9-to-5 route, and then now I've been doing comedy for a little while now. And so my family didn't necessarily, they don't really care what I do, just as long as I do something with my life. So is your family the same way? Are they supportive of it? Like, what does that support system look like for you?
My mom's pretty supportive. You know,
Okay.
I'm staying with my mom and like taking advantage of living with my mom, pursuing my dreams, so I can do that like every single day. So she's real supportive in that. And
Has she been to your shows?
nah, she hasn't come to a show yet. She probably would. I don't really want her to come to a show.
That's not her Joshua.
Only reason why I asked that question, right? Because I'm come from a small town, much like Fort Mills. Is it pretty small? Somewhat.
Somewhat, yes.
Right. So I come from a small town, and I have family members. All of my family members aren't actually, supportive of me doing comedy. Some of them actually don't think I'm that funny, which I happen to disagree. But hey, tomato, tomato. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So, only reason why I asked that question is, so how do you deal with being underestimated? Like, was there a time where you were like,
fuck off?
Exactly, especially right.
Bro, I feel like Birdman is like, you better put some respect on my name. I swear to God, you don't know, bro. You don't fucking know. Let me call Ethan, motherfucker. He'll explain this shit. It's more so to my peers, not the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to ask that question because like you said, you are pretty good with the black crowd, right? For a lot of people that haven't necessarily seen you before, and they go into a room, they be like, you know what I'm saying? They see all the black comics, and they look around, it's a black crowd or a majority black crowd. It's kind of, it's for most people would think they're like, he's not. It's one or two thoughts they're thinking. He's gonna be funny as fuck, or he's not that funny.
Yeah.
Right. And so, how do you deal with being underestimated? Like or has there ever been a time where you was like underestimated like that, and you were like, how did you deal with that?
Yeah, black people don't underestimate me. I don't know what it is.
That they're confident.
Yeah, they see, especially like in Atlanta, like they kind of they know I'm a comic. It's like kind of way I'm walking, standing and shit like that, standing around the comedy show, and they just kind of wait to see what's up. They respect what I do, I guess.
Yeah, gotta respect.
Yeah, I remember I went to Trap City with like K-Dub. And I was waiting on him to come in. I was talking to this one guy outside, like this real extravagant guy at Restaurant Rick, and he comes there every week. And I was telling him, I came with Dirty D, and I was telling him, yeah, we're trying to get on. We're from North Carolina, Charlotte. And he's like, yeah, I'll talk to the host. And I was just on the back patio, kind of off to the side, and K-Dub walks up to Restaurant Rick, and he's like, hey, these guys from North Carolina trying to get on. And K-Dub was like, man, fuck all that shit. But I didn't get discouraged. I figured he was just fucking around, and I ended up getting on. They're all comedians.
Yeah.
So they're just like, they'll let you get your time and then judge you after that.
Okay. Then.
And I kind of let what I say on stage kind of speaks for itself.
So how do you like the comedy scene from Atlanta, from Charlotte? And would you give comedians advice to go outside of their hometown to get more stage time?
Not all. Some people got no use to going down to Atlanta. Stay at home, bro. Stay at home. Nah, but for real though, yeah. If you're about it, even if you think that's not your style or whatever, yeah, Atlanta's a good place to go down to get stage time. Especially if you're not maybe if that's not your scene per se. Mm-hmm. Maybe choose a different city to move to. But going down there every once in a while, going into these black rooms and shit. Definitely got to do it. I don't think you should.
You can't avoid these rooms, man.
Yeah, you can't be afraid of them either.
Yeah, because I'm asking okay, I'm a fresh comedian, 30 days. I done went on all the open mics in Charlotte, and I'm like, yo, I ain't getting no heat down here. I ain't getting no laughs. You know what? I'm about to go 4 hours away. I'm going to Atlanta. Would you say that's the best advice, or I should just be working at home first?
Yeah, I don't see why going down there is gonna change it. You know what I mean? if you're not getting laughs, and I'm just, to anyone, if you're not getting laughs in Charlotte, it's not gonna change going to Atlanta.
Because some people feel home base.
You think
they can't make it.
Oh, I'm more of Atlanta comedian. It's gonna be worse for you out there because there's 2,000 of them down there.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm saying some comedians feel they can't make it at home base. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they have to venture out.
You're not going to make it at home base. You're going to get funny. Mm-hmm. You should use home base to get funny. Mm-hmm. You're always going to be an open mic comedian in your home city to these bookers and stuff. If they first saw you when you were early on an open mic comedian and not funny and shit, it's always how they're going to view you. You're not going to get over that until you're fucking undeniable by someone else's standards. When you start getting hot in Atlanta and shit, they'll view you
something different.
Yeah, but not until then. And that's just, it's nothing to this scene, or that's just how it is. That's
Yeah.
human nature. That's everyone. You know, if you go up and like you bomb 20 times and I see that, like,
You're a
I'm just
bomber.
like,
You gonna bomb him 21 times.
I'm not gonna say I'm a bomber because
You just gonna get him advice.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll probably strike that down.
So, talk about
Oh yeah,
YouTube.
that's facts.
So,
Type shit. All right.
I do know they have comedian classes. I took one. How do you feel as a comedian about, they got improv class, comedian class. How do you feel about people taking them classes?
Yeah, if you want to do improv on the steady, take an improv class because the people teaching those classes are the ones with the improv group. So it's like a pipeline. That's the easiest way to get into improv, I guess. I don't do the improv troops, but like just stand-up comedy class. I mean, there's like connections to be made in it. I don't really I wouldn't ever try to teach. It's almost like kind of trying to get someone to believe in the God.
Yeah.
Like if you like tell them like all this, it's like they kind of got to find their own way. Mm-hmm. So you can guide them, but you kind of got to find out like you're funny. And other than that, things like a comedy class can teach, like tips and tricks, like how to hold the microphone, move the microphone out the fucking way, engage in the crowd, be more extravagant than you think you need to be. Exercises on how to be confident, stuff like that. That helps. But also, I mean, if you're struggling for money, you can find all that on YouTube.
Yeah.
So is it money in comedy?
Shit, apparently in Charlotte, there's money teaching comedy classes.
That's so funny.
Me and my friend have a running joke about whenever we make a shitty joke or like a hack joke, we're like, man, go teach a comedy class.
So how do you deal with hecklers though?
With hecklers?
Yeah, because I also see that sometimes in Charlotte they do have hecklers nights. So how do you deal with hecklers in the crowd? Or have you ever dealt with a heckler?
Yeah, I've dealt with hecklers successfully. Like there was a guy at Hayes and he just came in. He was from the West Side. And I don't know if you know. I don't think if you know. You were there that night?
Yeah.
The guy came in with his girl.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to holler at that girl.
I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know if y'all know people from the West Side, but they tend to announce they're from the West Side.
I'm from the West, motherfucker.
From the West Side. You're going to know about it. But, dude, everybody was going ham on that dude.
Yeah,
and
it was hilarious.
So good. It was so good.
What am I do? You gotta be funny though. You can touch the mic. You gotta be funny though.
Yeah. I remember he was just talking, and I went up there and he kind of let me do a little bits and stuff, and he kept talking. And I said, I just remember what Ethan does. And like Ethan just goes in and like does not stop. And I went in on him and I'm like, man, you the one that would be doing extra shit when you're fucking shit. Like you're gonna talk to the pussy, telling it what you're gonna do like before you do it. It's like, yo, I'm about to fuck you up. You know that, right? You know that, right? And you be fucking the bitch. You be doing extra shit. I'm fucking this shit up, right? What I tell you I was gonna do to this shit. It's like you pop out, do a 360 for no reason, pop back in, go back into that shit. And like fucking as I was doing that, I was like in my head, I was like, just do what fucking Ethan does. Like not really in his style, really.
Yeah. So you learned something from the
style
OGs.
of Ethan, honestly. Like I was like, what would Ethan do if he was up here and just did that?
So what is the do's and don't in comedy? What you would say would be the law?
Be funny, don't not be funny.
Yeah, that's really the only one, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't worry about like what I'm saying is fucked up and shit like that. Because I think people think I'm like way more fucked up than I am. Which I guess I am a little fucked up, but also it's still funny. Like I'm not gonna just do shit that's not funny. I don't think funny. It's funny number one, and like fuck everything else.
Right. As long as it's being the intent is funny.
Yeah, I forget what the question was. What was the question?
The do's and don'ts. And the reason why I asked,
okay, there's a lot of rules. Like if you're gonna be a professional comedian, yeah, because it's a business.
Yeah.
So like don't fuck your coworkers.
Yeah.
So hold on, wait a minute. So you telling me comedians and other comedians is classified as co-workers?
Comedians, bar staff.
Bar staff ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't say so much open mic, but yes, open mic. Just use it for open mic bars.
What about the owner?
Yeah, all of them. If you fuck.
That's a lot of
Ralphie May talks about this. He uses an example, but there's this one comedian that fucked the waitress at the comedy club, did like a joke about her on stage and shit, making fun of her. And like the next week, like she was the one booking the shows and like all the fucking
That's
clubs
crazy.
in town.
Wow.
He had to quit comedy. He got back into it eventually
Wow.
by like the grace of his friends. But like Ralphie May talks all about this. But yeah, don't fucking do it. Just don't fucking do it. And there's a lot of things like, and there's certain jokes you shouldn't do. You know, like if you're at a college, like don't do the jokes you know that are gonna be fucked up and they're not gonna like.
Yeah.
Like you know they might fuck them up because then they're not gonna have you back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
And don't go over your time. If you're booked.
Yeah, be a professional.
Yeah,
Do all your time and get off.
Yeah.
You need to get off.
But how about the people? Have you ever been in a situation where somebody lied about their time? Because you got
Lied about
comedian.
they
So let's say a producer reach out to you, right? And you know you only got 5 minutes.
I'm gonna find the extra 15, bro.
You got to. You're not really trying to make it if you don't try to find it.
15. I'm gonna find the 15, bro.
You got to. You got to.
I went, cause like there's producers. They're like, yo, hit me up when you get 30, and I'll get you on. And I'm just kind of biding my time, cause I could probably fuck around and take all my jokes and write out a 30, but it's jokes from like day one to here.
Right. You want a good 30.
Yeah, I want a good 30, so I'd just rather wait because I know it's waiting for me. Mm-hmm. You know, if I go in there too early, I don't want to make the bad, wrong impression.
Yep. You only get one time.
Saw that on an Instagram clip from a comedian. I can't think of her name. But she was saying that also as a comedian, you don't want to overreach because you want to get one impression. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can shoot up to stardom, but if you're not ready for that.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe in, like,
you know,
I would like never go on Kill Tony because there's like no real time that's beneficial to me. Because even if I go up right now and I fucking kill, well, now I'm in the spotlight and I don't have the room to breathe to build the way I need to build. You know, because we're still bombing like motherfucker right now. And if you're like fucking, everyone's hyping you up and shit, and they find out you bomb, they're gonna use that opportunity to hate on you and shit. You know,
facts.
So how
you can blow up too quick. You don't want to blow up too quick, because comedy is one of those things. It's gonna take 8-10 years to like really like fucking get that shit.
So what comedy do? A comedian work on the same jokes from the beginning, or like? Because I was shocked about that too. I had learned about that. Yo, it's the same joke that you hear from different city. So how do you, as a comedian, like keep rewriting to making like, yo, this is perfection to the
fine tuning it?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it.
So like, do you see yourself have to rewrite some jokes?
I would suggest to people always go back and rewrite their shit, add shit to it, like on a pen and pad. But I hate doing that, and I'm lazy a little bit. And I'm just good naturally at writing, so I get by with just going up on stage and improvising certain stuff or thinking in my head and like, oh, I could add this to this and try it on stage, and then just eventually becomes part of your act. A lot of improv stuff that you do on the fly. But that's why I never had a set list or anything. I didn't want to be constricted into doing improv or not doing improv. So whenever, if you're on stage and you think of something, just fucking say it immediately. Don't worry about how you're going to get back into your set, this or that. Just always say it, because that's going to train you to be way better at improv on stage, you know. But going into doing the same jokes over and over again, yeah, I probably do that a little bit more than I should. But at the same time, people that say like, oh, I did the Diddy joke too much. It's like, well, no, the Diddy joke was like a one-liner, and now it's like 8 fucking minutes.
Right. They didn't see it when it was.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I do that joke a lot. Sorry you have to hear it so much. But now I got like 8 minutes on it, and I can go out to like, went out to Chicago and did that shit and fucking destroyed, you know. So it's
wait a
like
minute, you went to Chicago?
Process.
In 2 years you went to Chicago, so talk about that experience. Like,
Chicago?
What have comedy have taken you so far? Like, what have been other destinations?
You know, it's got me a lot of great friends. They're great comedians. Ethan Peets, you know, and he took me on tour. We went down to Florida. We went to Chicago. We went to Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so how was that experience though?
Chicago.
No, like just being on tour and, you know, seeing different in stage.
Amazing. It's amazing. Just because Ethan's a real good friend, and it's fun as fuck hanging out with him. And we're just doing what we love. And I remember Chicago, driving down there. I like drove all the way. We got into like Illinois before I stopped driving. And like where all those windmills are and shit in the middle of nowhere. And driving all night. I hadn't slept until the morning before because I like woke up that morning, drove down to Atlanta, hung out with Ethan, and then like in the middle of the night, 12 o'clock, we went riding up to Chicago, and the show was that night at like 8. I hadn't slept at all. And I just went up there like a little sleep deprived. I had like a shot of whiskey, and like I just fucking like destroyed that shit. I loved it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but yeah, it's very, like I say, you got to trust the process, but it's a long process, and a lot of the process is like sometimes doing the same jokes, and it gets kind of repetitive sometimes, and like comedians will look at you a certain way, like, oh, you're doing all the same jokes and shit. I was like, not really. I have like 30 minutes. I'd say if you're popping out like 30 minutes a year, like that's good. And I've probably been close to that. I don't really have like a lot of the jokes I started off with. Like I don't really do them anymore. Like honestly, you're probably not going to do a lot of the same jokes that you're doing the first 2 years.
Okay, you be like, you can do so much better.
Yeah, but when you just grind it out, you got to trust the process, and it's a lot of ups and downs. But when you go, like when I went to Chicago and killed that crowd, it was like, it's like, okay, like it's working. Like I can kind of breathe a little bit more easy. Like I'm never worried about it because I believe in myself. I have so much faith in myself to do it. And I trust the process and know what the process is. So when I do bomb or whatever, and it's whatever because it's part of the process. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
But it's good to have those like really good check marks.
Right.
You know?
I heard, like I said, I look at a lot of comedians' interviews and stuff. I forgot the guy name that said this, but he was like, people are so worried about bombing when actually they should, in a sense, chase the bomb because that's the only way you grow. That's how you grow. You grow from the bombs. Like the failures, you always grow. There haven't been one time, not just in comedy, but in life that I haven't grown from failing. You got to fall for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's good how shitty a bomb feels sometimes to certain people because, you know, it'll make the weak ones quit.
And it's a way to humble. It's a way to humble you too. Once you think you're doing good, you get your head's feeling big. You know what I'm saying? That bomb, it kind of humbles you a little bit. But another question I wanted to ask, right? What was the single moment, right, that kind of like pivot your, that changed your mindset and be like, you know what? I'm going to go full force with this comedy thing.
I learned about open mics. Like day one, I learned about the open mic. I was like, all right, 100% I'm doing this.
You was bought in from there?
So how many stages?
Since like the first time, I was like, I've been pretty consistent on like, I'd say I'd average out like 5 nights a week. You know, it's picked up recently because I've gotten more. There was like a dip period where like I was kind of low on gas money, but I would still get out at least 3 times a week, at least. And averaging out altogether 2 years, I'd say like 5 nights a week, at least 5 stages a week.
So have comedy made you more sociable since you introvert? Would you still consider yourself an introvert?
No, I still kind of like only fuck with the people I like. There's not a ton of people, and I don't really come up to people making friends and stuff. So
well, I appreciate you fuck with us, man. You fuck with our podcast for sure.
I definitely appreciate that.
If you don't mind, I got a couple more questions. So what's something, right? Like you said, sometimes you're a pretty introvert, extrovert person.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty, like, if you saw me on, like, one of my rants,
right,
you'd be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right. So the reason why I'm saying is because the question I want to know is for what's something that people assume about your journey or about you that you wish they understood or understood better, or if you really don't give a fuck.
I don't really give a fuck. But I do think, again, like a lot of people think I'm a lot more shock humor than I really am. Mm-hmm. Like anything I say, there's like a joke, there's a punchline, there's a reason I'm saying it.
Right.
Yeah, just that. Also, like a lot of the rooms that I bomb in that I don't feel comfortable in, especially early on in, it's kind of been better now since I learned how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's just part of the journey. Like, I would just bomb in these rooms, so, like, they just thought I was shitty. So, that part.
Right. So, and another, like, thinking back on, like, the old Joshua, the one that had the Twitter account, the one that was, a little, I guess you can say, mischievous or bad, right?
Talking about the balls.
Right. Right. So what would you tell the little Joshua? What would you tell little Joshua Caskey? What would you tell him?
I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how things worked out. I won't tell him shit.
You want to tell him shit? Hey man, just do your thing,
like,
man.
It's
Shit's
like,
going
yo, I
on.
had to figure that shit out. You can figure it out too, motherfucker. Fuck that. Fuck all that.
giving you
No
the
free
tips.
passes.
That's funny as
You give
hell.
your old self some free tips about the future.
Not even just tips, just like, just to like calm your little self nerves down, like internally. Like as we're growing up, we really don't know how life gonna turn out. I didn't even know like I would be. Honestly, I thought I wouldn't even be in North Carolina at this age right here. But here I am now. But things still good. Like, what is some things that you would tell yourself, man? It's gonna be all right, or just like life pointers.
I don't know. Again, it's been so fun figuring that shit out on your own.
Just enjoyed it. So
Hey,
that would
the world
be
is a
that would be
playground,
Fun.
man.
Enjoy the ride. man.
enjoy the ride. That would actually be the advice you would give them. That would actually be the advice you would give them.
Well, I have a question because we asked our previous guest on here for a question. We asked you the same.
We got to ask her a question too.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her a question right now. Are you who you thought you would be?
I didn't really know who I was going to be, I guess. Like I wanted to be first thing I wanted to be like truly like when I was old enough to like actually be like, okay, what do I want? I wanted to be a rapper. And kind of just stopped doing that and like didn't really kind of know what I wanted to be. But I think what I want to be is doing what I want to do. That's who I want to be is like if I'm doing what I want to do, if I'm happy, kind of more free-spirited. And as long as I'm doing something I want to do, because I'm not going to do it if I don't want to do it. I'm kind of like a all or nothing
Gotcha.
personality.
Gotcha. So,
I thought I would have hair. I didn't think I was going to lose my hair.
that's something
That's
you'll
really-
probably tell your
really-
younger self.
Yeah, don't put that shit in a man bun, bro.
Hey, look.
But hey, real talk, yeah, I'll go back. I'll be like, hey, bro, cut that shit the fuck out. It don't even look good. And I remember I was working at Food Lion and I had like this man bun and shit.
Yeah,
All
the
tight back.
I can see that too.
And this was before like I got a stylist and like cut my hair and everything.
Yeah.
Bitch came in, she was just like, hey, you know you're gonna go bald with that shit in a man bun. It's called tension pulpetia. And I was like, oh, word? Then I remember my hair falling out in the shower and shit.
Damn.
And I was like, that's probably normal.
What?
It was not normal at 12 for your hair to fall out.
You can sit back there. Nah. Maybe she put it in my head. Maybe she a space witch and she's
spoken
vicious.
into fruitation.
Yeah, actually, I had my birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy
Happy birthday.
birthday.
Did not
Like,
know
what-
Shit.
Oh, we cancers. No, some cancers.
Did not know that. Did not know that.
Fuck
Happy
what they say
birthday.
about cancers, though. We flipped the table quick. For real. Hey, I'm nice.
Fucking for real,
Hey,
yo.
I'm nice, but don't try me.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was But on Facebook, I have my birthday as a day before my birthday. So if like anyone tries to put like a voodoo death curse on me, I figure the wrong birthday was like null and void. The
Did you
death
look that up
curse
on
and shit.
on the internet? Or you just came up with it yourself?
No, like I literally, when I was on Facebook,
Yeah.
I put my birthday specifically as a day before my birthday because I didn't want people putting no death curses on me.
It was that bad,
And then I forgot about it. No. Just like when I get famous. I knew I was going to be famous, so
Yeah.
I figured go ahead and start now. And I remember last year, and everybody was wishing me happy birthday. And I was like, I forgot about it. I was like, what the fuck? Not my birthday.
Yeah.
And then I remember what happened. And then I did that joke last year.
That's funny.
And now I just tell it. Now when my birthday comes around, that's the only thing I got to look forward to is telling that joke and shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, Josh. I mean, it's been a good podcast, man. There is one thing we do with every guest, right?
Every guess.
Every guest, this is what we do.
You don't even got to twerk on me, AJ. I'm straight. I'm good.
I mean, look, my ass not even
Nothing
that
against
big,
you,
yo.
but-
It's flat. Sure. A man told me, we don't want you back. I said, damn. He said, your ass too flat. Damn, my fellas.
It's just the angle. It's just the angle.
I told him when I bent over, I got one. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, man. So we like to ask every guest, man, what is one question that you would like the next guest to answer? It could be thought provoking. It could be
Whatever.
just whatever you want, man. Just one question, man.
Yo, it's off the real. Whatever you ask, cause you laughing anyway.
But we don't know who the guest is.
We don't know who the
the
guest is.
It don't matter.
I feel like it's gonna be interesting.
Exactly the way he is.
A joke question, but it's too fucked up.
Nah, go
It
ahead.
doesn't make any sense. It's just more just a joke, and it's not very
It
good.
doesn't matter who it is.
Question asked.
We got one question, or one question you thought about, and who knows, maybe they have an answer.
Ask them if they'll admit to eating the boogers.
Ooh, I eating
Okay.
boogers as a kid.
Okay,
And if they say no, just be like, I will not admit to it.
so eat a booger as a kid, or just eat a booger in general, or eat
No,
boogers in
don't
general?
ask them if they eat boogers. Ask them if they will admit to eating boogers.
I ain't gonna lie.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say this before this. Yeah. I was in all white school,
Yeah.
and it was a student. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that's what he loved to do.
Y'all don't
And
eat your boogers? Y'all
No.
ain't gonna admit to it? You ain't gonna admit to it?
When I was younger,
Oh, fuck all that shit, bro.
you eat boogers
It's my-
now.
Bro, that shit's mine, bro. You think I'm just gonna... I created
And guess
that.
what?
That's my
Leah,
shit, bro.
He
booger,
ate
man.
that. He ate
can't
it
eat my
in
booger.
class. And
Your
was
shit
nothing
come
the teacher
out.
could do.
You eat your shit. Your shit come out. That's yours.
And your
Tastes
pee.
nasty.
And what Mr. P?
How you know
Yo,
shit
bro,
tastes
don't eat
nasty?
your boogers.
Wait a minute.
Would you honestly?
Have you
I just
ever
be
saw
picking my
Jackass?
nose all the time? What am I gonna do with it?
Have you ever saw Jackass? You seen Jackass?
Yeah.
Have you seen Jackass? So do you remember the episode when they was in Colorado or something and they made a snowball, but he peed on it? You know, Jackass,
Oh.
and he ate it. Would you do that, Josh?
Actually, there was a
chilled.
There was one time like I was.
Yeah, they did it
Speaking
like
of that, there was one time like I was depressed as shit, and I didn't even come out my room. Like I was scared to come out my room, and I was like fucking pissing in like Mountain Dew bottles and shit. I didn't want to like go even leave my room.
You just taking advantage
And,
of
like-
being a man. He just can do that.
I mean, hey, you like cuff it on there. Fucking-
Teenager girl wish
But
we could just be.
fucking, yeah, and I remember like I finally got out of it and I cleaned up my room and shit. And I was cleaning up my room and there was like a full bottle of Mountain Dew. And I'm like, okay, I'll just put it in the fridge for later and shit. And I went to drink it, and as soon as it was cold as fuck, I went to drink it, and I was like, and I remembered I didn't even check it. I didn't check to see if it was Mountain Dew because it didn't taste bad. It was just kind of tasteless and shit. So have you ever like if you put like say
You
you
wait
put
for the
sweet
army.
tea in a Mountain Dew bottle and you take the first sip and you're expecting it to be Mountain Dew, you kind of don't even notice it's not.
Never did that. I put
Nah.
liquor in bottles.
Well, liquor's strong. Liquor's
Yeah.
strong.
I can say I did that with the visible Kool-Aid. I remember they had it out, and my mom thought it was water, but it was clear Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Boy, she was pissed off, boy. She ain't buy no goddamn sugar for a whole damn 2 weeks.
I swear to God, I've never. Nah.
But yeah, if like your
it's a
brain,
trick.
yeah,
Big
it plays
brain.
a trick on your mind, and I wasn't investigating that shit. I wasn't gonna see if it was Mountain Dew or not because I remembered that.
You
and
drank
I
the
was
whole
like,
2 liter?
No, I just took one sip, and it was kind of strange, and I was like, hold up. But I didn't investigate. I just threw it out. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, so like get a
Smart
Coke bottle. Get a Coke bottle.
That's crazy, man.
And if you gotta drink your own pee, it's better chilled.
That's what you can take out of that.
Better chill.
I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna clip that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If you gotta drink your own pee, it's better chill.
Better chill.
Shit, I mean, facts.
I mean,
Nah, man. This has been a good podcast, though, man. This has been a good episode.
hold on, wait a minute. I gotta ask you. What's your drunkest experience? Because comedians also sorry, comedians is favorable of the bar and drugs. So what is your crazy experience
Just
of
with
this?
drugs or alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I go on other shit, but I'll just tell you a drunk story. I remember I got like super fucking drunk. I think it was like this black mic and it was a mixed mic. They didn't even want you doing comedy, but we had convinced the guy to put us up last. And I was like fucking wasted. I'd never performed this fucking drunk before. And I went up there and I started dancing. And I was like so high energy, I was just shouting the whole fucking time. But I was like killing that shit. I was doing my set, like I was killing jokes, but I was just shouting the whole fucking time and shit. And like it was very fun.
Wait a
Very
minute. You were
fun.
dancing? You got a rhythm?
No, I don't have rhythm, but it works out better
When you're
don't-
drunk.
when you don't have rhythm or something.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, that's all the question I had.
Josh,
right there.
appreciate you, man, for coming out. Hey, man.
Appreciate you,
This
Leon.
been
Appreciate
another episode of Change Your Mind podcast.
Change your
Pivot to your
mindset.
mind.
Josh, let the people know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me walking out this building if you want to. It's public property. You know, just don't follow me in my house.
What's your IG social media?
My social media, I'm on that shit. But
What's the name?
I'm a funny kind of guy.
Okay.
You can find it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Joshua Caskey. Also, I'm gonna start a new Instagram, doing content every day. I'm real excited about that. I just came up with that
Okay, then.
on my birthday.
Any shows coming up or anything?
Yeah. I got a show, Chris Corrado show on August. It's in August. Let me pull up my Instagram at y'all.
No, it's good. It's good.
This show. But yeah, Chris Corrado show at Fante Flower on 14th.
Where's that at?
It's up in Charlotte.
Y'all best show. Hey, come out. Yo, we gonna come out.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, follow my friend, man. But hey, man, change mindset. If you don't change it, you're gonna stay the same, man. Change it, not choice is yours.
Change mindset.